This week our journey started with a flight to Ushuaia, the southernmost city in the world. Here's our view from our Airbnb today in Ushuaia. You can see down there's a cruise ship in port today. When we arrived in Ushuaia, the town just had a really neat vibe, a kind of a sense of adventure, of the mountains and the snow. We really had a good time traveling the city and decided to climb Glacier Marshall.
We are here at Glacier Marshall today, kind of north of Ushuaia. You can see the town and Beagle Channel down below us. We're going to hike about 3 or 4 kilometers up the mountain to the actual glacier, where it's supposed to be an even better view of this town and the channel. And yeah, looking forward to a good day out. It's about 12 degrees and very windy. What you got going on with your pants there?
It's my air conditioning here.
Really?
I just rolled up the bottom.
Oh, okay. I get it. It's a good look.
No, it's not.
So sexy.
We just hiked up the first portion of our hike up to Marshall Glacier. We can see the hill in the background. The first part was the steep part of the climb, I'm hoping, and but it's a beautiful view from up here, and hopefully it's just gonna get better.
So the bridge across the creek has been broken, so we have to make our way through the water.
And then we had to like walk on some snow. Once after that, we started hiking up the mountain and it got really steep and it was just really slow going up.
Keeping on trucking up this mountain here. The last few hundred meters have been a real struggle, but we're getting there and we can start to see the city in the background, which is kind of cool.
I can see the airport.
Yeah, straight out there, right?
Once we got to the top, it was really cool because we could overlook everything. Like we could see the whole town.
How was the hike, Alice?
Tough, but I made it! Instead of walking down, we decided to slide down.
Yay, this is how we get down the mountain. Gonna find you.
We finished our hike and we came down to the tea house and we got chocolate fondue and hot chocolate.
And how does your hot chocolate work?
So you open,
What's it called?
I don't know, San Marino. So you open your chocolate bar and then you put it in, and since it's so hot, you just drop it and it will melt, and then you just have your own chocolate.
Really looking forward to this.
Let's dig in.
We have woken up this morning to take a bus from Ushuaia to Punta Arenas, and we're just at the parking lot. This morning, it's about a 12-hour bus ride. It's not as comfortable as our other bus. Along the road, we saw a lot of sheep out in the fields.
Sometimes the bus rides, as enjoyable as they might be seeing the countryside, they get a bit long. And when we stop, we need to stretch our legs and fill the time a bit.
Hit the road and fall
part of our bus ride that day, it included a ferry ride across the channel. We had to wait a few minutes for the ferry, so we kind of had fun just wandering along the beach and looking at shells.
And we all walked onto the ferry and the bus followed.
While we were on the ferry, I saw something jump out in the distance. And we went up and there was a whole bunch of these commerson dolphins that are unique to this area, and they're black and white.
It was a lot of fun watching them play with the ferry.
So cool.
So after 10 hours on the bus, we started to get a little hungry, but we're scraping the bottom of the snack barrel. So what do you got going on there, Don?
I got a chocolate bar sandwich. I got a peanut butter cup and a Kit Kat rolled in dough.
So good. Fills the tum.
The reason that we had mainly gone to Punta Arenas was to go on a penguin tour. At the beginning of our penguin tour, we started out with a bus ride to get to the dock, and then we all boarded onto the boat. We then took a short boat ride out to this island to watch the sea lions. We weren't able to get out on this island, and so we were only able to watch from a distance. But as always, the sea lions were very fun to watch.
And loud.
We then took the boat across the strait to another island, which is known for its penguins. We're here at Magdalena Island off the coast of Punta Arenas, and we get to walk with the penguins today. They're all around us. The chicks hatched about a month ago, so hopefully we'll see some little fluff balls too. It's really nice because the penguins aren't in a zoo. They're not being exploited. This is their island, and we are allowed to be with them.
The penguins were a lot of fun to watch because of just the way they waddle. You couldn't help but smile when they were waddling down the street.
They carry about their business. We are asked to stay to a pathway, which is roped off, but the ropes are to keep us in, but the penguins can cross in front of us or come and go as they please. We were told not to approach the penguins as this is their wild habitat. These Magellan penguins mate for life. They return to the island. Not only return to the island, but they return to their nesting hole every year. The chicks were just born a month ago, so the penguins were quite active in and out of their holes, checking on their chicks and that sort of thing. I think it's pretty amazing. I love watching them walk. It just makes me giggle. Listen to them. These two just emerging here from their nest.
We had to practice some of the penguin waddles. Up on top of the mountain was a lighthouse building where we had awesome views in all directions. Some of the penguins just lie there on their bellies, and then this, I guess that might have been a comfortable spot for them to be. It was also so nice that we could get up very close and personal. We don't have a telescopic lens, and all this footage was just taken with our GoPro, just feet from some of these penguins. Just having a little selfie video with me with a penguin.
So after our penguin tour today, we got the recommendation to come to the Kiosco Roca here. And so
For choripans?
yeah, so we got
So these are
cheese, kind of like a grilled cheese by the looks of it, with like a sausage and tomato. Like a pizza?
How would you describe it, Lucy?
Kind of like a pizza.
So we're in Chile and we're having chili, and I said I feel like I have Botox since the chili's so spicy. Like I can't feel my lips. Botox.
From Punta Arenas, then we took a bus ride to El Calafate.
Just arrived in El Calafate. It's a nice sunny day and it's 8 o'clock at night. We're just on our little walk to our hostel and get settled up for the evening. Excited to go walk on a glacier tomorrow. We stayed at the America del Sur hostel, which was the same company that we stayed in Buenos Aires. This was a beautiful location, raised up on a mountain or a hill that overlooked the big Lago Argentina. Just find a friend?
Yeah, her name's Big Bear.
They're all over the city.
And they're as big as bears, aren't they?
They are. They're big bears.
But this one, she's so friendly. Bring her some food so she can't decide if she needs to eat or need her tummy rubbed first.
We had a really big day in El Calafate to go and see the Perito Moreno Glacier. Our tour started at 9 o'clock in the morning, where the bus picked us up from our hostel, and then we drove right into Los Glaciers National Park.
As we approached the glacier by bus, you could see it from a distance, and we really got excited for what we were about to see.
We are here at Perito Moreno Glacier, and we're super excited because we're going to be hiking on the glacier, and we just saw a calf.
At first, we got to spend 2 hours at this lookout point where we watched the glacier's calve quite a few times.
Perito Moreno Glacier is absolutely immense. So where we could see it, it was 5 kilometers wide, over 70 meters high, and you could see as far back, they say, as 35 kilometers. It had been our intent to kind of walk along the boardwalks and sightsee a little bit, but we were just so happy sitting and watching this glacier, waiting for it to calve. And sometimes it was just little plops into the water, but fortunately there was a couple times that we got to see big crashes into the water, and when this happened, the crowd would cheer. Once we had opportunity to watch the glacier, then we got back on our bus, which took us kind of around to the other side of the glacier, where we boarded a boat and took this boat across the lake to do our trekking on the glacier.
Once we arrived on the other side of the lake, it was about a 30-minute walk to the base of the glacier.
Pretty amazing. We're just walking across the beach here to do our ice trekking. Incredible glacier behind me.
That's cool.
Really cool. Just getting my crampons on so I don't slide down the glacier.
Lucy was like a rock star. She had 2 men waiting on her to get her crampons on.
What do you got there?
Ice cream. But what was cool, since this glacier is so clean, we all actually got to drink the water in the puddles.
We even filled up our water bottles there a few times.
The hike went on for a long time as we climbed up and over the glacier, through different peaks and valleys. The scenery was just really spectacular.
Really, really windy. I almost got blown away. The instructor held on to me.
It's a really big crack here. Kind of scary. Like, I want to see what's down there, but I'm scared to get any closer. I might fall in. You'll never see me again.
The weather was great. The bright sunny day glistened off the snow, and we had wonderful views. So we made it up to the top of the path where we're gonna climb today, and it's just awesome views up here, and you can see all the crevices behind us. It's been an amazing experience.
A little bonus at the end of our hike there, they served whiskey over glacier ice.
Just finished our hike down the mountain of the glacier, and what better way to finish it off than whiskey on the rocks? Glacier ice. Here, we've arrived at Sendero Laguna Nimez. It's a bird sanctuary, and one of the places or things we want to see here is the pink flamingos. You can see them out in the distance behind me. It's about a 2-kilometer hike around a few lagoons, and they say there's up to 30 species of birds that we're gonna see.
At the beginning, we also rented a pair of binoculars, which really helped too, and they were really cool.
It was an extremely windy day, so unfortunately a lot of the birds were kind of hiding or taking shelter in the bushes and reeds. Unfortunately too, because it was so windy, we didn't go out to Lago Argentino. The sand was whipping around so bad it actually hurt our skin, and so we had to stay within the confines of the sanctuary.
We were able to see a few different kinds of ducks, and we were able to see some flamingos off in the distance.
It was neat to see different types of birds that we don't see up in Ontario or Canada. Yes, there were geese and ducks, but they were different colors and different species than we would normally see.
Next week, we start our journey from El Calafate towards Bariloche.